Hello and welcome back to Free Dad Raid Shadow Legends free to play for 2024. We are going to talk about Clan v Clan recap, lessons learned from it, anything that I would have changed in the future, just kind of general tips from there. We're also going to check the news today. We're going to check up on our champion training tournament that we had yesterday where we were sitting firmly in second for those 6 pieces of relentless gear. We're going to check our clan boss rewards today and then just give a general update on our count. So let's go ahead and look at our Discord news first. So here on Discord, we just had 8.1 patch update, which talks about the gear ascension. We can click on the link here to pull up their digest page. So let's see, looks like with patch 8.1, we're talking about gear ascension, the ability to manage your player MID via the settings window, and remove limits from purchasing tome packs in the bank tab in the shop. And we've added more packs with primal shards. See the full breakdown. The only thing that we really care about is going to be this ascension bonus reworking. So there's going to be a dungeon that we'll get to eventually called the Sand Devil, I think it is. He provides ascension to your gear that will give you extra stats. Sometimes they do roll incredibly bad, making your really, really great piece not become so good, and then they roll really good on a really bad piece, making it become a lot better. So it's kind of which one we should go for. I think this is going to be a good ability. I wonder if it reworked for the 7th time, the cost will not change. So it does look like you can rework it multiple times. We get the Chaos Dust can be obtained by stage 5 of the Sand Devil's Necropolis, or the Chaos Powder can be obtained by stage 25 of the Phantom Shogun. This is for your accessories, and then this is for your gear pieces. Looks like it is just on stage 25. I know a lot of people do say farm to stage 24 with the Ninja, Godseeker, and Neri comp, and just kind of cheese it. So it looks like they'll have to start going on to stage 25. It is a bad affinity for Ninja. So I wonder how many teams will be changed up with this or how big this is going to be. So it looks like we don't have any other news to talk about. So let's look on CvC on how we did. So we absolutely killed them. When you get to certain thresh points on here, you get more of these, which is going to be really great because we do not have a lot to begin with. And for our personal rewards, we got past our 60. We were really trying to fight for this 100, but with the resources that we had and the time that we had with other kids, we didn't feel like it was obtainable from there. I did get a legendary book from the New Year's login, but that's only 3,000 points. So we still would have been a good 12,000 points away. Just didn't have the time or energy to do so. These are nice. We're going to get some chickens in here, which would be really great for what we're trying to do. We actually get 4 3-star chickens, which is, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-star chickens, which is really great. And then a ton of energy. So let's go ahead and claim this. And then we're going to go get these. Let's see what we got. A defense with a defense percentage. It is gives wearer 5% shield of damage still after attacking. This is going to be incredibly good when we look at Doom Tower. So the Scarab King, or Scarab Boss, I don't forget which one he is, he will counterattack you if you do not have a shield on you. I'm going to try to put my Armiger in some either destroy gear or regeneration gear so that way he can keep attacking. And then this, with him being a defensive based champion, is going to give him a shield each time. So he is not going to get counterattacked. So that's going to be really great. We have a 5-star defense, flat stats, 25% chance of taking a normal hit when attacked. We're going to keep it just because we don't have anything else, and those are just good extra stats early on. Defense with defense, which is really good for Sacred Order. I don't know a champion off the top of my head that that's going to go to, and another Sacred Order ring with defense and then defense percentage. This one's going to be a pretty good one. This is called Reaction Gear, so you have a chance to not get crit right on the way if you do lose a speed battle. which I would imagine we're going to start losing the majority of the speed battles. We've already done our last milestone on here. So when we talk about just general updates, um, as you can see, sorry, real quick, we are on day 8 of ours, so we've completed a full week, which does allow us to go on to our next champion. So we did get the reviver, the force reviver. I've drawn a blank on her name right now, and now we're moving on to this guy, Jizzo, that has a counter attack, a shield. And they can also release a provoke, but he does come with some more gear, which is going to be really nice. So when we talk about Clan v Clan, we learned a couple of things in particular. The first, Tag Team Arena is really hard, and we're just looking for ones that we can either win one battle for or we can win 2 battles for. But Tag Team Arena did give us a lot of points when it came to that. So that was a focus of jumping on. It does refresh every 15 minutes, so it was just casually jumping on, refreshing, seeing if there's any battles that we could do, and then just knocking them out. We did that in the same time that we did the arena refreshes. So these are things that they're easy just to pop up on your phone, do a quick refresh, get your points from there, and then you're also working towards your bizarre stuff. So we're working on these fragments, and we're 6 away from getting our first one. It's 100 of these. So I'm trying to get at least 600 or 360 every single day, so we can get them in roughly 3 months. Same with Tag Arena. It's just refreshing. We have a lot more uh, built out teams this time, so there's not a lot of options for us to beat them. So I might try to intentionally lose a little bit to drop. When it came to Clan Boss, you get rewards for gathering all of these chests, so that was big, extra free goodies. The thing that I did not think about was Faction Wars. So with Faction Wars, you get points for each stage. The higher the stage you complete, the more points you get. It doesn't matter necessarily about how many stars you get on there. So with Dark Elves open all the time right now for us, since our starter is a Dark Elf, we were using all 12 keys as high as we could. We were actually going and pulling all of our mystery shards that we had in hopes just to get people from this faction, and we could level them up a little bit. We used Spirit Host, we leveled her up a little bit. We used a second Kale, leveled them up. We used this Room Deeper and leveled her up. She does place an increased attack on herself if it's critical, and then she also has a chance to put the poison on there. Um, this helped a little bit when it came to taking down the boss, but it provided just more champions for those other ones to target, so that way Arkel could end up doing most of the work with there. Basically just like target dummies. So we learned that. We did pull some of our ancient ones, and we got this Gnarl Horn, which is going to be incredibly great. A lot of people do use him in in-game content as well. Places an unkillable buff on himself for 2 turns, but he also places a provoke on all champions for 1 turn, and then places a 30% increased defense on this champion. So you build him tanky, you build him fast, is on a 3-turn cooldown, and him and another copy of himself can essentially just control the waves for you to cheese the most of the content. So we're able to get him. We got this champion, and then there was one more rare that we did get. We got the Hellspawn from the campaign. We did get our copy of Diabolus. So now we're working on the Jasir fusion. And the other rare that we did get was this Pathfinder Kate. Nothing really to stick out about this, but I think she's going to be good for Faction Wars for what we have right now. I know we do have Corn on the Blue, so he's going to be a hard carry for the majority of the content. Those were our new pulls. I did see on Friday, tomorrow, they're going to be doing a 2 times event to get Legendary and Sacred from Ancients. So this moves to 16%, and then this moves to a whopping 1%. So any Ancient shard that we do get, we will be trying to save we'll be looking at our shop to see if we get any, bless you, and we'll be kind of just poking around to see if there's any ancients anywhere. We'll look at these challenges to kind of figure out, hey, is there any ancients coming up? And it doesn't really look like it, but we'll be trying to find creative way to get these. If I do get any of them by tomorrow, we are definitely pulling, so it'll be a little bit of a shard pool video. I think in the shop we do have this free one, but it's a 2 days away thing, so I don't think that's going to coincide with the 2 times ancient. And I don't know if they have the news. So on Friday we're going to be doubling our chances. Okay, so it is through Monday. So I think what we'll end up doing is just saving them as many as we can get for the last day, and then we'll just go ahead and pull them there. This Necmo would be a really good one. This gives you a chance as how it works from there. Let's check what this other red dot is. So this is Plarium points. You can get some for free. A lot of it does come with purchasing. So we have gotten our first Chaos ore for the free stuff. It's just logging in. You get them from this daily stuff here. You can log in for 20 minutes, 60 minutes, and 120 or 120. This line is just for if you play on anything, and then this line is only if you play on Plarium Play. So I try to just let this stay logged in a little bit after recording so I can go ahead and collect these. There's nothing incredibly crazy. It's for this champion. I've saw a lot of stuff over her. It doesn't seem to be too good, but these are just extra free goodies that you'll eventually get throughout your time of playing. And we do kind of want to make this a long-standing thing. So now let's look at our events that we have going on. We have an artifact enhancement, some silver in here, some gems. Um, I'm not thinking I'm going to upgrade any of our artifacts to 16 for this. A champion training event, so we just got done with one. We have some gems here. We have some more energy. Would be nice to get to this, but this is a lot of points. These multi-battles we've mentioned are going to be really great. And it ends with a legendary tone and a void shard, so that would be great. I do not think I'll be going for that one because I just don't have the silver, don't have the shards to get those champions low on them. Our spider turn attack, we had to do a couple just for a mission. I was really hoping it'd be a little bit higher up on there. And it looks like we're not going to be able to show the end of the champion training. There it is. So we did end up getting second. So we pushed a little bit harder, got this, and that was our gnarl horn. I wish I would have known about the 2 times so that way we could have waited to pull during a 2 times event, but I'm still incredibly happy with gnarl horn. Couldn't push up to get the number 1, so we did get those pieces of relentless. So when you look at those pieces, uh, our big goal was to get one of these at least to be useful. The reason be is these 3, no matter what those stats were going to be, it's still 3 pieces out of a 4-piece set that were usable on a champion that would be a benefit from extra turns. So we did get lucky. We got HP, we got speed, and we got crit rate, all pretty decent rolls on there. We got crit rate again, HP, speed. So these are almost identical when it comes to the stats. It's just lower rolls on this. And then we got defense percentage, crit damage percentage, and speed. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. It's got we're looking for more of either an HP nuker or a defense nuker. And then we end up getting attack percentage on the gloves with crit rate and HP. So now we're looking at, okay, attack percentage, you're really thinking about bomb champions. But they benefit from higher attack versus higher crit damage because the bombs scale on attack. So then we're looking at this next one, and we got defense. So remember what I mentioned about these? Hey, they'd be really good on a defense type nuker. So now we have a 5-piece defense with just stats on there. Nothing really jumped out there. And then we get some attack percentage boots with resistance, defense, and HP. Once again, I got these 2 pieces. If we do ever get that bomb champion, having a relentless bomb champion, I don't know how it would go, but it kind of sounds fun. So we do have these 3 pieces here that we can put on a defense nuker. I thought about maybe putting it on the armiger. So that way, with his skills on the enemy max HP, it could essentially turn this into right away. He'd be able to hit, get his extra turn, and then he'd be able to do his A1, and then he's already back to this by the next time that he gets a turn, which would be really nice. Also, thinking about putting it on this shield guard. So shield guard's on uncommon. Just been trying to book him up with copies himself, but they can attack all enemies. It fills his champion's turn meter by 20% on each critical hit. So you think about it, you have 4 across there, you get 80% turn meter if they're fast enough. They're almost get an instant hit in its damage proportionate on their defense. It does book down to a 2-turn cooldown too. And then on the A1, they can have a 30% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed. And then they also remove 1 debuff from this champion. So even if the opponents do get a turn and say they put a stun, a provoke, he's going to remove that from there, because as long as it's just 1, he'll remove just that one and he can kind of keep going through. It's going to be a spirit affinity, which is good against our force affinity, where Arkell is not going to be. The only thing that I'm hesitant on, if he does use this attack, fills himself to 80, but then he gets another turn, I don't know if that 80% magically goes away because he went again, or if the 80% stays. So I might try to throw it on just to do some testing, but to remove gear from a champion, it does take a lot. When we do talk about our champions, we're working on booking out our Demitha. So we've been a little unlucky. We got 6 books thrown in here. We got 3 books thrown in here, and we're really looking for just these 2. We didn't get any in the block debuff and continuous heal one. This is going to be her biggest skill that we really want to book. So we haven't been very lucky, but we did get lucky when it came to our forge, which brings me to the last point about CvC. The forge gives you a lot of points and it gives you silver. So being able to do the faction wars and pairing that with crafting stuff in the forge was really beneficial to grinding out those points. So I think in the future, I'm only going to be using the forge during faction wars. So to recap, we're going to hard push tag team and arena, and we're going to hard push the forge every time for faction wars, and we are only going to book our champions with those skill tomes during faction or during the CvC, because those are going to give us the most bang for our buck. It doesn't necessarily matter too much if we book them outside of it, so it's better to double dip and always book inside or craft those. We did get attack percentage roll on that, which I would have really enjoyed speed or the defense. So we got the worst one possible. And then we did get these 2 pieces up to level 15. So that way we can wait for an event such as the artifact enhancement, where we're trying to wait for it when there is a fusion event going on, because getting your piece up to 16 is a lot more. And we're just not going to waste as much silver if these pieces were set at 12. So we're slowly going to start working on some of these other pieces that are really good, such as this one that did a double in accuracy. And then this one did crit rate and speed, which is going to be pretty beneficial. And then we'll start working on getting these ones upgraded for whatever champion that we do decide. Let's go ahead and look at the last piece that I wanted to talk about for champion-wise. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 champions that are up to 5-star. So we need 5 to get that Kel up to 6-star. So we've been grinding these out. We're working on our last champion. I bookmarked him here that we're going to upgrade. So we're doing some campaign farming for the rest of the day to get him up to a 440, so we can get him upgraded. And then we're going to start upgrading some of these. We're running out of champions, so hopefully we're going to get some from the campaign that we can start upgrading. I don't want to mess with any of these because they are going to be really important to other missions, since they are fusible champions. I try not to do any of those. So we've just been slowly working on. I want to keep him, I want to keep him, and I want to keep her when it comes to these. So it's going to be these 4 that we'll be slowly working on, getting them up to 4, so that way we can upgrade him to 5. I'm hoping to have that done today if not by tomorrow, so we can have our first 6-star by day 8 or 9. Let's talk about Clan Boss. So Clan Boss, there was an update to the game, which gave us an extra key. So we were able to throw 1 key here, 2 key here, and then we actually put 2 keys in our hard Clan Boss for the first time. So with the easy Clan Boss, let's go ahead and check. Okay, we don't want a 3-star anymore. We have a 4-star with defense. We'll just keep this one. And then we got our top chest, a 4-star flat. Don't need that. And then a 4-star with accuracy, crit rate, crit damage, speed, and attack. That one's not bad. We love to see the potions. And then we were able to get to this warrior chest. Each key, I think it was about 2.02 million damage on there, which we're really impressive with because we did move Demetha into the COP now. So we're able to claim that one. We don't get it done. So let's go ahead. What do we need? We need 3.683. So we have our new team comp here. So let's go ahead and we'll watch it run through to see if we can get close to that one comp and maybe try to look to see what we need to adjust. That's going to be the important part. So if you do see something, be like, hey, I made this small tweak. Hey, I'd make this small tweak. What I really want to see is that debuff bar. So are we keeping it full the continuous time? If we are, do I feel like we can move Sun Wukong out of that poison set? So let's go ahead and watch this run. All right, so we were back. I didn't really see the poison bar fill up the entire time, so I think I am going to go ahead and keep him in the poison. You did see a couple times her block damage was perfectly timed. I think maybe adding just a little bit more speed would have provided just a little bit more sustainability since the big AoE before, but then there was another one that she put on right after the boss went. So I think just a little bit more speed. We might try to see if we can glyph her up a little bit more before we use the next key here in 18 minutes. But this 2.38, it was doing about 1.8 before. So we've definitely done a larger chunk. I know he provides, or she, one of the two, a decreased defense on A1, but I know it's not as consistent as War Maidens. So I'm almost curious if I should put someone else in War Maiden's spot to provide a little bit more damage, um, or if I just need to start upgrading gear on him. I do think once Kel gets to level 60, we will be able to 1-key this. So that is going to be our clan boss. And that is going to be our update for the day. I appreciate everybody for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you do like the content. If you have any other suggestions for me along the way, please by all means reach out. I'm open to suggestions, open for growth. And I wish you all the wonderful rest of your day.